Well, good morning, friends. I just woke up. Well, I woke up a little while ago, but I was hitting snooze a million times. It's 20 to 7. So I'm going to pack the kids' lunches, and we're going to start our day together because we got a lot of stuff to do. So I just wanted to pop in first thing and wish you good morning. All right, friends. Well, I got home from my morning run. My teenager just ran to catch the bus. And I haven't even had my morning coffee yet. Some of this is still frozen. I was hoping it would defrost last night. I got some in the microwave defrosting. Frozen. I put a cup of water in here and I'm going to cook it on medium just to loosen it up. I want to scramble this up and make my coffee. So I'll be back. Okay, the microwave's still defrosting. The hamburger's over there, cooking. I just chopped up a couple of onions and just really crudely. I'm gonna chop them in here. I don't feel like doing it up small. I just put 2 onions in here and then I'm gonna divide it between the 2 pans that are over there frying. So yeah, let's do this thing. Oh, I forgot the thing in it. Let's see how big the... Alright, there we have it. So I'm going to divide it between the 2 pans. Alright, 8:38, and I got the onions in there. I'm just going to try to mix it up. Those frozen pieces are defrosting nicely, and I still haven't had my coffee yet. Alright, this pan's all done. That one is over here all done, and I just made my coffee. So I'm going to give myself about 15 minutes just to sit down and have my coffee. And then I'm going to strain this hamburger and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next. Okay, so I fried up that other package of hamburger that was in the microwave, had my coffee. Now I'm going to work on grating all that cheese that I have here because I need to boil some noodles and I need to do some other stuff. So let me get that cheese all grated up. Alright, there's all the cheese. I added the leftover little bit of cheese we had left from tacos last night in here too. And the meat. Now I'm going to boil up some noodles. Alright friends, it's 10:04. This water's come up to boil. I'm going to boil some of these spaghetti noodles I bought last night. I did put some salt in this water. And I'm just going to make an easy peasy, straight up, cheesy baked spaghetti for the freezer. So I added them in. I'll wait till they soften a bit and mix it all up so they all get under the water. And yeah, I just need to dig up my sauce from the basement and add it to the meat. And yeah, it's so easy. Sometimes when I make this, I put like mushrooms and peppers and all that stuff in it. I'm just going to keep it simple, comfort food style. I won't be eating this. My husband won't be eating this, but I'll just make 1 pan of it. I'll make a pan or 2 for my dad in those little silver pans that I have for his freezer, and that'll be gobbled up in one supper. There'll be no leftovers, but yeah, it'll be something. If I don't feel like cooking, I can just throw in the oven frozen, or if I defrost it the night before, just time will vary depending on whether I put it in frozen or not. And yeah, have some nice comfort food. Okay, these noodles are almost done. I'm just going to shut them off because I threw some meat in with some sauce, and I'm going to warm it up. And then we're going to mix it together and put it in the pans. Alright friends, the dishwasher's going. Evie just got here. His mama's working today, so he's going to help me out. I just strained the noodles, so I'm going to dump them in here, dump the sauce on top, and mix it all up. So sometimes I do it that way, sometimes I put it in layers like lasagnas in the pan, but I'm keeping it simple today. I just use the same strainer that I strained the hamburger in. You can have some in a minute, Mace. I think I'll just give the some of this for lunch because something that they'll eat. You go on out right now, Bob. I'm dealing with hot stuff.
I like that stuff.
I know you like this stuff, but you go on out for now, okay?
Yeah.
So, I ended up cooking that whole package of spaghetti. I hope I have enough sauce. I'm dumping it all in. And then this will be off. Then I want to boil up some chicken for chicken rapure pie. Because I need the stock from the boiled chicken for it. That's a family favorite. I have some videos on that. I think I have a video on this baked spaghetti too. It's probably an old video. If I can find it, I'll put it down below. I forgot to put some Italian seasoning in this. I might just put it in when I put it in the pans. I don't want it too saucy, but I don't want it dry either because it's going to be baked. And I want all the noodles coated. So, let me get this mixed up good and then we'll move over to the table. Okay friends, well I have the spaghetti in the trays over there. My kitchen is a right proper mess, but these two are for my dad. This is for our freezer. I have the littles' lunches kept out, and then I have two little ones like that in the fridge. I thought for when the girls get home from school, if they want to have that, they can have it. And Medea's here on her way to work. And Evie's over there eating an apple. So, yeah, I have that chicken. I got this chicken from my dad. He gave it to me a while ago. I just put it in the freezer. And I'm going to boil this up so I can shred it up. And it's going to be for chicken rapure pie. It is 10:48. Well, the fire's going. I'm just waiting for this to cool down a little bit before I wrap it up and put it in the freezer. Yeah, I'll get you some spaghetti, bub. Waiting for the dishwasher to be done. And this water hasn't quite come up to boil yet, but Harriet's doing her job, and yeah, we'll get it done. Okay, it's too hot in this kitchen for this spaghetti to cool down all the way, so I just wrapped it in foil. I'm going to put it in this bag, but I'm not going to seal the bag, but what I wrote on it, just baked spaghetti with the date, defrost, covered, defrost, bake at 350 for 20 to 30 minutes, and then uncover for about 10 minutes, just so it gets a little tiny bit brown on top. Cool, or let it sit for 10 minutes and serve. So yeah, I'll set this out in the porch on the deep freezer because it's cool out there, along with my dad's. And that chicken's almost done boiling. Yeah, my kitchen is a right proper mess. It really is. My husband's on his way home, and I'm gonna lay Evie down for a nap. I want to start on the Tater Tot Casserole, so then I'll do the Rapure Pie. And he wants to make donaires. So it's a busy, hot, bustling kitchen today. Okay, and there's my dad. So they're just going to go sit out in the porch to cool completely. Alright friends, I got Evie down for a nap. I'm going to bake these tater tots at 450 for 20 to 25 minutes for the Tater Tot Casserole. I know a lot of people make the casserole with the tater tots unbaked, but I like it better with the baked tater tots on top because trying to do it when they're frozen, I always find they don't turn out as good. But yeah, anyways, that's what I'm going to do. So I was just making the sauce for the Tater Tot Casserole that the meat's going to be all mixed up with. I added 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, half of this tub of sour cream, a good glug of milk, and I'm going to mix it up with some hamburger. And I'll see if I have to add anything else. I just don't want it runny, but I don't want it too thick. So, yeah, I'll show you in a little bit.
If you're coming in,
Alright, I just put it on the burner and just kind of stirred it up. I might need to add a little more milk, but right now I'm going to add some hamburger to it, so I'll show you what. Alright, it added a bunch of hamburger. I'm just going to warm it up a bit so the hamburger gets loose and all the stuff kind of melts together. Those tater tots are in the oven. My husband's here beside me frying up some bacon. But yeah, I still got some hamburger left, so we're doing good. Okay, I brought the pot over. I'm going to start loading up a couple of pans and let it sit for a little while those tater tots are in the oven baking. Okay, I filled up these two, or like halfway. I still have stuff in here, but I want to see how many tater tots I have left after I cover this, and see if I have enough for another pan, or I'll do whatever little pans I need. Oh, do you know what I did, guys? A timer went off for those tater tots, and I had the temperature set, but I forgot to put it on bake. And this is a new oven to me, and I'm still not used to all the tips and tricks, so I need to start over because the timer went off. They sat in there frozen for 25 minutes. Now I got it right. But while that's baking, I'm going to take the chicken out of the stock pot and let it cool a bit so I can shred it. Okay, the chicken's all shredded. I'm going to put that aside. And I just took the tater tots out of the oven, so now I'm going to assemble those. It is 1:28. Alright, so I got two big pans and that little one for Dad. I don't know if he's ever had Tater Tot Casserole before. And they don't look super brown, but I put the more brown side down so it doesn't get soggy. So yeah, now I'm going to layer this with cheese. I have a little bit of tater tots left, and I'll see if the kids want them when they get home, but whatever. Okay, all layered with cheese. So I'm going to cover them with foil, put them in the bag, those big Ziploc bags, label it. I'm not going to seal the Ziploc bag now, but I'm going to put those out in the porch too on the deep freezer so they can cool down before I put them in the freezer, and I'll try to get all the air out as much as possible, and then yeah, until it's time to get our grub on. Okay, it's 1:58. Evie's still sleeping, so I'm going to start the Rapure Pie. This is that chicken broth. I added a couple of jars of my own home canned bone broth to it. And this is that potato Rapure Pie mix I bought at Superstore last night. What it is potato pulp. If you were to juice 10 pounds of potato, this would be the pulp. I have half a cup of butter in there. Maize, just a minute. And I have to wait till this is like a rolling boil, and we're going to rehydrate this potato mix. So I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. If you guys want to see how it's, you know, step by step, I have videos on this, and I will put those down below. So yeah, let's do some magic. Okay, so this is what it has to be like. Totally roll and boil the whole time. And you take so much of the broth, you don't dump it all in at once. I'll do like, this is a 1 liter, 4 cups of broth at a time, and you slowly incorporate it into the potato mixture. It takes a while, and you got to do it bit by bit, but it has to be super hot. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, this is what it looks like, a big old goopy mess. But now I'm going to bring it over to the table, and we're going to start assembling this. have them in the oven at 350, and you bake them for about 3 hours. I'm not going to bake them that long because I know I'll have to bake this for another hour after they're defrosted when it's time to eat. But I rotate the pans too because there's one on the bottom and those ones on the top. So yeah, now I need to clean up a little bit. All right, guys, it's 2:45. The girls should be getting home from school any minute now. I just put some pork chops in these pans. I'm turning them on medium, and I want to fry these up, not till they're, you know, cooked to smithereens, but I want to make some pork fried rice. Whew, but Evie needs some baby cuddles. He's awake now and just wants to have a little cuddle, so I'm just keeping these on medium, and yeah, while those pies are in the oven baking, and I'll keep an eye on this. They're doing its thing, sizzling and dancing for me. Oh, it's a loud kitchen, guys, loud kitchen. Yeah, the kids are home. Misha abandoned her orange she was starting to feel with the sounds of Evie. This is the leftover hamburger. There's not a whole lot there. It would be enough for a small spaghetti or a small chili or tacos. I just labeled it and put the date on it. Tried to suck as much air out of it as possible, and that's going to go in the deep freezer like that. Alright friends, it's 3:18 and those pork chops are done. So I'm going to let them cool down. I plan on making pork fried rice. I don't know if I'll get a chance to do that today or tomorrow because I want this to be nice and cool so I can, you know, cut it up nice and small. Also tomorrow, I thought I'd try to get this all done today, but I just, now that the kids are home and everything, I still want to bake. Yeah, I still want to bake. So after I'm done those Rapure pies, I think I'm done cooking, and I want to start baking. So I might let those cool overnight. I will actually make a pot of rice today. That's a lie. So I need to make a pot of rice because doing fried rice is always better using cold rice, I find. So if the rice is done and the pork chops are done today, tomorrow I'll just have to chop up some onions and peppers and mushrooms and stuff to go in this pork fried rice. Because on New Year's Eve we always have a big Chinese dinner. Well, Canadian Chinese dinner. And I already have those meatballs I made a couple of weeks ago. And I'll do a couple of pans of the pork fried rice to go with it. So I still make a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's 2 things off the list I don't have to worry about. And but a pot of rice is nothing to make at all. It's super easy. So yeah, I have the dishwasher going for the 3rd time today. I need to get some of these big pots or bowls washed so I want to make banana bread. I bought all those like really ripe bananas yesterday, so I want to make a couple, 2 or 3 loaves of banana bread if I have enough bananas, because the kids will gobble that right up. And I was thinking about cookies, but if I can just get the banana bread done tonight, I might do more baking tomorrow after I do the donaires and the pork fried rice. Oh, and I have salt pork riblets in the sink, in the packaging or whatever they're defrosting. I'm going to soak those overnight in cold water, so I'll make a boiled dinner tomorrow too. That's my teenager's, like, one of his absolute favorite meals. It's cabbage and potatoes and carrots and salt meat. And anyways, yeah, I'll be back. Alright friends, it's 5:47. I just got back from my run. So the Rapure pies are out of the oven. Normally I'd do them a little bit longer so they're a little browner on top. But since we're going to bake them for another hour after they're defrosted, they'll get brown that way. And I don't want it to get too brown if they were, you know, fully browned before I froze them. So I gotta let these cool down and they will go in the freezer. Alright guys, well that's over there cooling. I'm gonna try to whip up some banana bread. I'm gonna triple this recipe, and I think I have a video on this too, but pretty much what's in it is sugar, butter, eggs, bananas, buttermilk, vanilla, flour, baking soda, and salt. And mix it all together and bake it for an hour. So I don't ever buy buttermilk. I just use regular milk and put a glug of vinegar in it and let it sit for a few minutes. So I just did that. I melted my butter, it's in there. But while I'm waiting for that to turn to buttermilk, I'm going to be tackling these bananas. Alright, I could only fit 3 pans in the oven at a time, so I have one here, and I still have some more batter in there. So I'll do another 3 pans after those ones come out. So now what I'm going to do is clean up that mess and start decasing some Italian sausage, because I'm going to do some cabbage and sausage. Now I'm going to sizzle this up so it's like scrambled sausage. Okay, while that sausage is frying and the bread is baking, I'm going to cut up this big cabbage in pieces that are small enough to fit my food processor so I can shred it up. So yeah, I need a little muscle for this one. Okay, it's all chunked up. Now I'm going to hook up my food processor and it whips it up in a jiffy. Okay, that sausage is almost done. I have the cabbage all shredded over there, ready to rock once that sausage is done. These are the pork riblets, salt pork riblets that I'm going to be cooking tomorrow. But tonight I'm going to soak them in cold water overnight. I'm going to put the pot out in the porch because it's colder than a fridge out there. And just let them soak in cold water because this is very salty. And then I strain it tomorrow and then I cook it with some vegetables after the meat's cooked for a couple of hours. So yes, let me get these out, rinse them, and put them in a pot. Alright, there's those riblets. Yeah, it's bloody water. But I'm going to put that out in the porch in a minute. Now, I just took that sausage out of the frying pan. I'm going to leave the grease in there, and I'm going to fry up this cabbage. It was a big cabbage, so if I need more grease, I got some fresh bacon grease I'll put in there too. And then after the cabbage is almost cooked, I just put the sausage back in and finish frying it up like that. So I fit the whole cabbage in there at once. My husband got this pan the other day, and it's like this pan, only it's higher. So I can fit the whole thing in there, and I love it. So yeah, I did put a little more, a little bacon grease in there too, because there wasn't a whole lot. I mean, there was some, but not enough. So yeah, this will take a little while to fry down. So yeah, that banana bread has another 26 minutes. The dishwasher's going, and you can see this giant compost pile. Pretty, huh? That needs to go out. I know I said I was done cooking, but I'm hungry and I haven't eaten, and this is what I want to have. So I have the stuff to make it. I'm going to make it. And I just am putting that rice on. So that'll be ready for tomorrow. So yeah, the bread has 17 minutes left. And it is 7:22 at night. But we are getting a lot of stuff done. Ooh, I left this too long. That's okay. A little bit of brown won't hurt anybody. Alright, I just added that sausage back to the cabbage. And that rice is coming up to boil in a second. I have a video on that too. I used to make videos about a whole bunch of things, but it's so super simple. You just wait till it to start to boil pretty hard, not very long. You take it off the heat, put a blob of butter in there, and put the cover on it, leave it for 20 minutes, and Bob's your uncle. If I can find that video, I'll put that down below too. An oldie but a goodie. Okay, well the cabbage and sausage is done. I just got a big bowl. It's the bowl the meat was sitting in. And I'm smothering it with some Franks because I am hungry. My mouth is watering. That bread's almost done. I just wrapped up the Rapure Pie. They're out in the porch cooling down completely before I put them in the deep freezer. So let me mow down and shove this in my face. Well, I'm done my supper. I ate 10 to 8 at night. And I had to take the banana bread out in between my supper because the buzzer went off. So I'm going to take them out of the pan, give them a quick little rinse, and fill them up again. Ooh, they came out perfectly. I want to flip them over, but I will after. I'm going to cover them with a clean tea towel and just let them cool down. And yeah, I'll just give them a quick rinse. I'm not going to hardcore wash them because it's the same stuff going in there again. So yeah. Okay, here's what's left of the cabbage and sausage. I had a giant bowl. My husband had some, and this is what's left. So I'm going to let these cool a little bit, and I'm going to stick them in the fridge because these will not last long, especially if my son gets his hands on them too. Like, he likes this stuff as much as we do, so this will probably be gone tomorrow. But yeah, dishwasher's going. The 3 other banana breads are in the oven, and I'll just probably have one more load of dishes to do tonight. That rice is still over there. I'm just going to leave that until I call it quits tonight, and then we'll check on it because it's not going to hurt just sitting there doing its thing. Well, my sons are making a fire, and they wanted to have some banana bread, so it's still really warm. But yeah, turned out okay. The other 3 are still in the oven, but I just melted some butter a little too much. But yeah, we'll butter it up, and they can have some.
Some yellow when I'm done peeing.
Okay, after he's done peeing. All right, those other loaves of bread are almost done. Everybody's had a piece of well, there's already one piece of banana bread already gone, but we'll just check on the rice.
Rice.
Just fluff it with a fork. And I'm just gonna put it out in the porch for the night so it cools off, because tomorrow it'll be pork fried rice, boiled dinner, and donaires on the docket. And if I can get some baking in, I will.
Rice.
Yeah, Mally likes just white rice. Yeah.
What's that super salty
Soy sauce.
brown stuff?
Yeah. There. Well, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. The other ones just came out of the oven. They look good. They came out clean. My dishwasher just stopped. I'm going to let those cool down a little bit because they're piping hot. And in about 10 minutes, I'll take these out of the pan. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. That'll be it for the cooking and baking for tonight. Now what's left is the cleanup. But I've been cleaning as I go. It's just, I still have stuff to do. All right, I got 3 of the banana breads in this big container. They're still kind of warm, so I'm not going to put the cover on tight now.
What is all with
And
a
I have
knife?
2 there I need to wrap up later, but those are still quite warm. I have them flipped upside down, but they're so pretty when they're right side up. They're so nice. But yeah, so they turned out really well, I think.
Put it all in.
He wants me to spread it all in. It's already spread on it, Mace. It just needs to melt into it.
Why?
It just isn't like the other piece because it's not as hot as it was.
But no, but it does taste better when it's on, like that.
Here. There you go. Okay?
Is this put all in?
Yes, it is.
But there's still more.
Okay, friends. Well, we had a busy day in the kitchen, didn't we? I got the kitchen all cleaned up for the most part. There's still a bowl and a couple of little things that didn't fit in the dishwasher, but I got the bread pans in there and a frying pan in there and wiped the table off, the counters off, swept the floor, so we'll be ready to rock tomorrow. But, yeah, I lost track of time. Tomorrow's December 1st. Our elves might be coming tomorrow, and I usually have that Christmas cozy set up. So I got my son to help me bring it in from the shop. I don't have the energy to do it tonight, so I'm going to get up first thing in the morning and get that set up. So I need to go up in the attic to see if I can find the things that I need for that. If you guys don't know what a Christmas cozy is, you'll see tomorrow. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to cut it off now because it is 10:36 and this chick is done. Done like all those freezer meals. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And you guys motivate me and keep me company. And I don't know, it's a wonderful feeling knowing that you're there. So anyways, peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose. But if not, that's okay too. I still love you. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really do. Yep. So, yeah. If you feel like hanging out tomorrow, I'll be here. I'm going to be busy in the kitchen again tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see what we can get done. So I want to wish you a good night or a good morning, and I'll see you later. Bye. Boink.